Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Loud and Proud. I'm in the barn right now with my dad, and I've had a lot of people wanting to see more videos on the first gen, and we have finally got another modification to do on the first gen. This is one that we're pretty excited about. You guys all saw, and if you didn't see, go back and check the videos. They are in the 92 Cummins playlist if you want to see all this stuff being installed. But basically we put a pusher system on here to get more airflow into the motor, more cold air. And basically what we're going to be doing today is putting the cold air intake system on here, and we've got that all sitting over here in the box. All nice red powder coated, and it's going to look pretty good, so we are pretty excited to get this on. And I'm probably going to have my dad go through here a couple of the major benefits that Pusher told us this really does, bring to the truck. All good things that really will increase overall performance when it comes to engine performance and airflow and all that stuff. So gonna get right to that, and I'm really excited to see what this does for the truck.
So we're gonna go ahead and get started with this project, and just so you kind of have an idea, we just opened the kit up. And normally when we get a hold of this stuff, I've gotten the last kit, you can see with the red, through Amazon. But then I got a hold of Pusher, and there's a guy out there named John who really knows his crap. And so I've been talking with John, and I saw a picture on their website that had the cold air intake, but yet it wasn't listed on their site that I could buy. So I got a hold of John and said, listen man, I want this truck to look cool and perform cool, and I like what you had here, because some guys, they have this, the factory, which is longer, and I understand why they're doing that, because you have the cold air intake that's right down below there. But the thing is that we want to give as much cold air to the turbo as quickly as possible. I've seen some rigs, where they'll just have a filter, just connected right to the turbo. Yeah. And then I see some guys also who don't even put a filter on. But I'd like to have a filter on there, and so I like this system better than any of the other ones that I've seen so far, just because it is shorter. It gets things away, around the alternator, so that way we're not plugging up, because we don't have enough room between the turbo and the alternator for a decent filter. So, and the nice thing about this too is not only is it cool looking in terms of the powder coating with the red that just makes it look good, but it's got this connector here, this little arm, this bracket that'll hook right onto the bracket for the alternator. And that way, if some guys use these engines for all their other swaps, then it can use it. I mean, you can use it for pretty much other swaps too. So if you have a whatever your project may be, it's kind of cool with that. But we're going to go ahead and take off this factory. I don't know honestly what the factory filter looks like. All I know is we have a K&N, and K&Ns are, this is what came on the truck, and they're stud filters. But we want to change it up. We want it to look good. We want to get as much air, like I said before, to the turbo as quickly as possible. And by doing that, that's going to help give the turbo as much cold air as fast as possible, especially with this big surface area like that right there between the headlight and the radiator, to suck up that cold air. And the thing that I like about this filter too is the fact that you can clean it, gives it more surface area, you can dry it off, oil it down. It's basically a maintenance, good maintenance, good quality too. So I'm ready to get started. And the nice thing is too, it doesn't just lay down there, half of it just pressed up against the wheel well, and they're just laying down there in the corner. Because I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm gonna try to show you real quick. The filter right now, and I've seen a lot of them like this, they're just like shoved back here, just laying, laying up against the wheel well. And I mean, you can see why, maybe because the the cold air, like where the cold air gets sucked in down underneath, like where it flows in, with the wind flow, it would push it right up in there, but then only part of your air filter is actually really contributing to the cold air that's actually being brought into that turbo. So we're gonna get right to this. Yeah, and just as a side note too, before we get going on the project, there's some things that we're taking off the truck that I'll probably want to get rid of. Some of the stuff, maybe not. But I do have the grill that we pulled off of this. It just has one little crack up top here, and then I got a hold of another one. I'll probably keep one of the originals just because I plan on getting more first gens like this. But if that's something you're interested in, I know some of you guys are, just PM Malachi, and so that way we make an offer on it, and then we have a box, we can ship it out, not a big deal. But I've been thinking about that, entertaining that, just kind of clean it up because we have parts around. The other thing too is I'm gonna have this stock piece here, and some guys, you may want this piece, so this we're gonna pull off. I'll give you a picture, or have Malachi maybe take a picture later on. And then all the original stuff that we use for the pusher system. I flippin' love the pusher system because it just looks good, and I love that just between the turbo and the injectors and that thing already, the truck just runs more like a dream. And so, I mean, it was good before, but now it's just a ton better. But I'm not going to keep any of that stuff because I don't plan on using it. So if you know somebody or are looking for, you know what I mean, I'll probably keep the heater grid that I took off there. But other than that, as far as the factory stuff there and the factory stuff underneath, which is all right here, I have it right here. So if that's something that you're looking for and can't find, just PM Malachi directly, and you know, we'll figure something out. So that way it's out of my barn and into yours.
Into your truck, yeah. So anyways,
one of the cool things too I like about this is the flippin' cool stickers. I don't know if you like this
horsepower.
Stuff.
That's horsepower right there.
So right there, I mean, 2 stickers. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
so
a lot of
maybe I should get
horsepower.
it tattooed on my chest or something.
Got the install here wrapped up. Look how good that looks.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, yeah. Real clean looking. And look how the all they did was they sent us a longer bolt to go through this bolt here on the alternator to basically, because there's a welded nut on the backside, so it's not like you can just take it out. Basically it goes through the nut, and it's long enough to where it can hold that bracket, and you can fully thread on a new nut with washer and new hardware, and looks really clean. Looks good. Looks good.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take this thing on the test drive because we expect it to be like a fire-breathing dragon at this point, because that's what a cold air intake will do for you. But this is one of those things, like I said, it does look cool. I know it's going to function better than the last one. It's going to pull that cold air up. But if it's something you're wanting to, you can either go to Pusher. It's not on their website, like I said, so what you'd probably have to do is shoot John an email or call him directly and just tell him if you're looking for something like this. Just tell him you saw it on Loud and Proud, and say you talk to Dr. Joel, and he'll know exactly what you're talking about there. But they're good guys. But let's get this thing on the road, see how it rolls some coal, and have some fun with it.
Also, guys, I will leave a link in the description below to Pusher so you guys can get his contact information.
Right on.
Cool. Quicker.
It does.
It feels a lot quicker.
It does feel different.
That's it feels
like it's different.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know what it is, but
holy crap. The power delivery is so much more smooth.
We jumped up to 60 pretty quick there too.
Yeah, it climbed to 60 real fast.
Which this is usually, I mean, it's powerful and it's got a ton of torque, but
it's like a slow, slow
fast,
pulling power. Just not, it's not fast, like get up and go, but
it's not like the 7.3 put on race mode where it'll jank your tires up. I mean,
oh yeah,
this is usually you just feel the power, but it's not like it's quick off the jump. But it seemed like there was some change.
Oh yeah, it felt so much different, because I remember driving it the other day, not the other day, but back when I picked it up for the headliner, and it felt a lot different than this. It felt a little more sluggish, but I definitely felt the difference. It just feels more responsive.
Not too bad though, huh?
It just feels like the power delivery just feels a lot smoother.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing they said is it's supposed to increase your cold air and turbo your spooling, so.
Like, you feel the biggest difference when you think back to, because like when you just add on little power here, little power there, little power there, it's kind of hard to notice the big difference. But if you think back to like when we first picked it up, it's already a lot different from the injectors, the bigger turbo housing, the pusher system, now the cold air intake, like just those differences, so much more noticeable when you think back to when we first picked it up. We're gonna go pay our neighbor a little visit, and he really enjoys these trucks and stuff like that, so we're gonna get his little reaction and see what he thinks about it.
We got Randy, who helped us do the injectors, taking it for our first test drive since we put the injectors, the turbo, and all the pusher intercool stuff on there. So I had asked him, hey, do you want to take it for a spin? He's like, nah. And then he's like, yeah, I do. So I thought that's kind of funny.
You approve?
Well, I think something about this definitely drives better.
Oh yeah. Well, I enjoyed driving it. Dad enjoyed driving it. Randy approved. You saw Randy's approval. I think it looked pretty good under the hood. Definitely runs a little bit better. Like I said, if you guys are interested in, I don't know, maybe this, the original one we just took off here. I don't know if this is original Chrysler or not.
Yeah, I think the filter itself is a Can-Am, if I'm not mistaken, but then everything else is.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys would be interested in any of this. I know I had a guy message me about this stuff, so I will try to get back to you now that I do know that my dad is, willing to part with it. And then, like I said, we got one Dodge grill. This is that other one that we had picked up from the guy who did the headlining. Yeah, we're gonna look at the two and try to figure out which of the two we'd want to part with. But yeah, definitely one of the grills. I know I had a couple of people message me about the grills and made a couple offers, so I'll try to get back with those people. But overall, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tried to make it the best I could with the first gen. I know there's a lot of you guys who are wanting to see more first gen videos, and so we were able to get one up. Also, possibly a Powerstroke video coming here soon. We got some stuff we can install in the Powerstroke right over there in the box. We'll get into that some other time. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment below. Definitely subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
I'm getting older, all my homies making money, and I'm trying to chase a dream, but everybody trying to stop me. They've been saying it ain't worth it, and I gotta work a job.